Well, Jessica, summer's over, but during your summer, you took part at the Para World Championships. Obviously not the results you were looking for overall, but the overall experience for you, what would you put it down to?
It was absolutely amazing to be there. I was a little disappointed not to make the podium, but I had a couple personal best times and some season's best, so you can't really go wrong with that. And just being back in London and in the same stadium as 2012 was amazing. Yeah.
Now, as I said at the beginning, summer's over. Back to work. Well, for you, now you become a working lady. What do you think, how does that change your training regime? What will you be doing in that working environment? And how do you plan to manage both now, the working world and professional world of an athlete?
So I start my internship on the 6th of September and it goes until December, and it's just my final requirement for my degree, so I'll graduate next year. So I'm kind of just having to train really late at nights now, and there will be a day that I do a night shift, so I'll be training in the morning that day. So it's kind of just trying to fit it all around there, and yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Now, have you been talking to others about how you're going to have to be able to balance this? Because for athletes, it's a big challenge. I mean, school and an athlete is hard. Now it's working and an athlete. Does that change much?
I don't think so. Like, I had a lot of practice being at Brock, kind of trying to balance it, and traveling as well to different competitions during the school year. So I think I'm okay with time management. But my supervisor at the internship, she's really awesome, and she said she'll help around my schedule as well. So it'll be great.
To the athletic side, obviously your focus would be 2020, but the lead up to that is quite a. Have you and Ken sat down and talked about your plan for the upcoming years and how you plan to strategize leading into the Paralympics in 2020?
Yeah, definitely. We always set out a 4-year plan between the games. So next year is kind of an off year for us. There's not really a huge competition. So we'll kind of be just doing local meets in Canada and the States in order to get standards for 2019, because that'll be a big year. We have Pan Am, which will be in Lima, Peru, and then we also have World Championships again. Not really sure where that is yet, and then Tokyo in 2020.
For you, getting around the events in Canada, being around some of your friends as well, but when looking back at the event in Bermuda, how special was that? We never really got a chance to chat after that, but being home in front of Bermuda, pulling off the win, how special was that for you?
It was, I can't even describe how amazing it was. I have goosebumps just thinking about it. It was so incredible. And I was at the track this morning, which was the first time I've been on it since then. And I just had so many great memories, and I could hear the crowd, and I was just like, this is great. Yeah, I had a wonderful time.
Now, I remember in our earlier conversations, you were talking about your experience of going to the 2008 Paralympics just to see what it was like. You got that opportunity to be in the 2012, 2016. What would be your most memorable moment, putting those two events, the 12 and 16, and the event in Bermuda? Which one would be super special?
Oh, I think Bermuda. It's just so awesome to be in front of everybody that's so supportive of me, and just to be able to share wheelchair racing with Bermuda has been phenomenal, and for them to see it live. Yeah.
Talking with Ken again, what are some of the events you're looking to do? Because you were talking about longer distances leading into at the tail end of last season. Now we're going into a new season. Is he still on that long haul track of 8s to 15s? I know you still got a half marathon you're looking to do and so forth.
Yeah, he kind of is, but not really, because we've kind of given up on the 15 because that's pretty tough. I'll still be doing the 8s just to help as well with my 400. We know that those aren't really my stronger events, but we do it to help the shorter races as well. And then we'll hopefully be doing the half marathon again in Niagara Falls this year in October. Yeah.
when you look around at your competition and the times that the other girls are doing, and you're planning or you're strategizing how you're going to make yourself a little faster, are those times reachable as far as getting up closer to some of those girls? Because you've made vast improvements over the last 4 years, but are those times reachable?
I think so. I mean, it's going to take a lot of weight training for me to get more power and stuff. It is a little bit more difficult. Ken and I have talked about it, just because a lot of the other girls are acquired injuries. So they all have the makeup of an able-bodied body, basically. So they have all the right muscles and they have the mass in order to put the muscle on. Whereas I was born with my disability, so my frame is a lot smaller than the other girls, so it will be harder to get that kind of mass, but I definitely think that I can get stronger, and this is still going to be better.
Well, when the Paralympians come up again, the axe is on your back.
Yep.
For that 100. How much drive does that keep you going to make sure that you get on that podium in, I think it's 2 years' time?
Yeah, 2019. I'm so excited to go back there. I just can't wait. And when I go to some races and I'm competing against everybody in the world, we're kind of looking at who the American athletes are, or from the Americas. And I've been ahead of them still. So I'm like, so hopefully it'll keep going and I'll get stronger as well. And hopefully in other events I'll be on the podium, I'm hoping.
Okay. Well, good luck in your intern. Good luck in your training. And we'll talk to you around Christmas time to see how you're progressing.
Thanks.